Hello there everyone, and welcome back. We got ourselves a bit of a streak going on now, after that abysmal mirror match that I had to start the year, so I'm hoping that could continue on. Oh, and I forgot to repair you, Sase. That's a little bit unfortunate, so let's correct that. There, now that I have a full standing force, let's see if I could continue this streak, and hopefully get a couple of practice matches in against Eldar. While I'm not quite confident I can beat them, soundly at least, I am liking the potential so far with my massive array of beacons I have available for me, basically, to use against them. Because there was potential there, but an inexperienced player or someone who seems to not know what to do about that probably is not the best example, as I probably already said a couple times throughout this series, so I'm hoping to carry on with that experimentation to hopefully figure out how I can win against Eldar, because Tau, with their low health pool, are pretty damn vulnerable to that pulsar array. So, that will take some work. Otherwise, I need to find some opportunity to fight some Space Marines, basically. That would be the easiest way to incorporate my stronghold in Bastion, I think, so I can get them leveled up a little bit further. But as it stands now, with the Bastion from my last match getting its 4th level in, they are in decent shape. Although, obviously, I would like to get them caught up with everything else. It's now, well, within level 7, and the Dale's also kind of like neglecting a little bit. Although, with the mirror matches, I feel like it synergizes well with the Custodian, so I'm not too terribly concerned about that. I just think I'm just going to stick with playing with my Sauces for now, so that way I can fine-tune the mirror match, because I feel like there's more damage potential with these two. It's just that I keep having them shooting at a different ship that isn't really supporting the Custodian very well. So I can't have them all hitting the same target, and I end up with lots of situations where the damage is split. Even though I would probably still lose if with poor control of the Custodian, that would be good. Oh, and as I say that, mirror match, Convoy no less, so I don't honestly expect too much here, and it's 600 points, so this is gonna be awkward. As much as I love the Custodian there, that is a huge, huge liability if he has air cache and smaller ships. I do not know if I want to do that, quite frankly. Although, if he has a Custodian there, it's not like I can boost right by it there, so the question then becomes, if he has a Custodian, what would be good, considering he only has like enough points for one more cruiser? Is there a way I can use my mobility and some protectors that kind of like evade the Custodian effectively enough? This doesn't sound very promising, quite frankly. I don't know if I like this, but I do like the idea of numbers. And a messenger will be handy for dealing with any torpedo seeker missiles and that. This is a bit of an awkward mix, but I never felt comfortable with a Custodian 600 points anyway, because it's all basically infested in one ship, and even then, since it's a convoy mission, I don't even have to engage the fleet head on, so I can kind of bait him around basically, if I'm so clever. Probably not going to happen with the fact I only got one frigate to kind of serve as bait. So, probably not reliable unless I afford 2 scapegoat convoy ships, conveyors. We will have to see. I got some nebula clouds to easily hide some of my ships, so this seems like almost too obvious spot to go. Not that that's really a bad thing. How can I play with this? Without a doubt, since it's kind of relatively near the center, I want my fleet positioned here. Messenger, I would like them to go with. Yeah, I definitely want this with the ship. It's going to be lagging behind a tiny bit, so 2 messengers hiding here. I'm just going to leave them be, although it's going to be apparent where they are. We're going to have a couple of conveyors, spread them out. At the very least, with bombers, he's not going to reliably get them really quickly. And I'm going to have to be careful of these 2 here. Actually, let me just have 2 over here So that way he's more tempted to go this way because it's a bigger clump. Although there is a nebula cloud there as well, so maybe that's not a good idea either. He can utilize that nebula cloud if he knows what he's doing. At least to hide himself. Don't think I got much alternative. So, if anything, I'm just going to have these two conveyors push up to the structure, and then maybe back up depending on what the situation looks like. Rest of these ships are just going to stay here. Is really what it is. Oh, and he has 4 ships, so... Thankfully, this does not look like a custodian, but he does have beacons. And he is in. He is going in all out, which is kind of okay. I just gotta make sure my seeker missiles don't hit myself. So, what's the plan here? Just isolate and don't make it easy for him to kill any of my ships. Just mainly is all it is. I can afford to sacrifice a handful of them. I did neglect that beacon incredibly well, didn't I? But I'm into the mix now. Now, just let the messenger get in close. That's really all I have to do. Okay, only 1 seeker missile, not a huge issue. Alright. Yeah, he's just bull rushing it. So that's fine. I already am revealed, so I'm free to kind of boost on in. And I do have a messenger, but I gotta be careful, I might get runned over. Now, can I fire a bunch of seeker missiles? I did take some missile hits myself. Okay, he just rammed them, so it was a bit of a mistake having 2 of them there, wasn't it? But he's just committed kamikaze. So if I can start cutting this down, it's not an issue. Also, let's start repairing this sausage, because apparently it's taking a surprising amount of damage. A surprising amount of damage. And he wants to kill this messenger. I can't imagine why. It's not like it's my best weapon against his fighters and all that, huh? Okay, so much for that. So just kill him off, nice and quick. And try and get these ships defending themselves a little bit. Although he had to fly right under the nebula cloud. Oh, well, that's a little bit unfortunate. I forgot about the autocast. Completely forgot about that. So just keep them flying, keep on doing damage. All the damage. Because he wants it. I just gotta be careful where this... Did I seriously not turn off the autocast? He's going all in with this. So this is near, without doubt, a little bit sloppy. Although he's burning all his reserves to do this maneuver. And his seeker missile's still online, so that's a bit of an issue. Yeah, this kamikaze will... Oh, if those seeker missiles hit me, it's not going to pay off. This looks like it might be over. He just has to kill 1 more ship, which... Yeah, this is over, damn it. Yeah, that gambit to have 2 cruise frigates, transport ships on the right was a mistake. That alone killed me, plus a lot of misplays, but... He was about to lose his other ships there. A little bit different. I was kind of expecting Custodian, to be honest, but... Not a promising start. It was quick. I got experience out of it, so I can't complain. And we're getting closer to level 8. So it's a better alternative than losing my entire fleet. How could I have done that different? I could have just rammed him as well. Because he burnt his solid runs, quite frankly, so if I had brace for impact and was positioned properly, I could just beat him through attrition, through ramming. Because I can absorb more of the damage with the brace for impact, whereas he couldn't. I just wasn't positioned the best, and I wasn't really paying attention to the minimap either. I should have changed my mindset there for a more up close and personal type of fight as soon as I saw a boost. Quite frankly, I was thinking more of a long-term passive play, I think. Not to mention my skills and upgrades are kind of like that anyway. Being able to reveal them safely at a distance. Ooh, and we got ourselves Space Marines. So, this kind of warrants a space station assault. This will be interesting. I could put the stronghold in like the perfect position to ambush them. And I'll have a bunch of bombers available. Just a question, what's the real risk here? Honestly, I don't think there's a huge amount of risk outside of raw torpedoes going straight at the station. I'm talking about like the damaging torpedoes, the dumbfire ones, not the boarding torpedoes. That would be the only real risk, I think, of the station being rushed down, because Space Marines aren't really the best at doing damage. Do I really want 2 protectors though? I kind of want just a Bastion, a little more wiggle room. And I can afford an extra sauce there. What is that good though, considering I'm missing out on a messenger, which I could have got if I stuck with the stronghold. Because stronghold can deal with a battle barge if it gets super aggressive. Bastion and 2 protectors might not be able to, especially with the raw amount of health that thing has. I can like take it to half health relatively quickly if all the bombers and the torpedoes hit. But there's going to be a massive 1-minute window basically where he's free to do whatever he wants. Oh, and I'm forgetting the bombers on the station too, which kind of turns that tide in my favor a little bit. Because yeah, like I said, Space Marines should not be able to rush that down. Where is he likely to come from though? If he comes at all, because there's so much open space, mines are pointless, so it's a matter of where I don't want him to go as far as the purposes of my mines. Where do I want my Bastion even? This sounds really silly having it way back here, but he's got a massive micro warp jump now. He might hesitate just rushing in. Hopefully, even if he does come in really quick, I should be fine. And this sounds really stupid, but we're going to put all the mines in here. Because I don't expect him to go anywhere else that's useful for his position. It's only going to do like a flimsy 100 damage each. But I'm sure it's all not going to use that nebula cloud. It's nowhere near the station for me to really warrant it. Alright, Monka, so reliably break some of his weapons, or maybe his engines if the situation warrants it. Okay, that gambit paid off, if only slightly. So, we got 1 cruiser, a frigate, and who knows what the other ones are. Does he really have only 3 ships? He has to be some. That has to be the battle barge, maybe. That's the only justification I can think of, and clearly it's not one with torpedoes. So this could be the Lance battle barge, which would be very interesting. I don't know how to take this. It could do a number at me at long range. Not going to be able to deal with that frigate anytime soon, though. Oh, and look, I forgot about your fighters. That would be useful. Oh, that could still very well be the battle barge, quite frankly, because the battle barge does shoot 6 torpedoes. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about all this theory crafting I've been doing. Okay, he has a battle barge. So that he probably has 2 battle barges then in that case, now that I think of it.
Drones have identified an enemy target.
Level 5 battle barge, let's see.
Brotherhood responding.
Not really much else I can say there. I just gotta make sure this station contributes to the fight. Charge is really good. I don't want that game revealed too quickly by the frigate, which is probably in the Nebula Cloud right now. Because so long as I keep killing these torpedoes, he has to come to me. He doesn't really have a choice, does he now? Because you know what I can do that's gonna really infuriate him? Oh, he is firing lances though, so one is a lance. I can fire just straight up bombers at him. So let's kill some weaponry then, since he's going that route. He's gonna keep them really close together though, so he's gonna benefit nicely there. As far as shooting down all the missiles and that. Because yeah, I did not even do any forms of damage, did I? Not in the slightest. And I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I hope I didn't tell him to cease fire. That would be a little embarrassing. And he does I'm wondering what he was going after. Apparently, yeah, it's not even my ships. Okay. At first I thought he was coming after me. And he's well defended, so... Now, I still have 20 seconds for this thing, so that's not helpful in any way. But I can still bomb it. He is going to rush it, though. He is going that route. So I'm free to hit him as much as I please. And there's the that's not dumbfire torpedoes, so I don't care about you. Make my life easy, why don't you? Repairs, get that all underway. 2 seconds, 1. Now, can I get the ideal position? I don't want to kill a battle barge. You're not going to let me. Just fire and murder. Oops, I accidentally saw it run. That was a bit of a mistake. I was hoping for a brace for impact, so what I'm going to do is just get double repair drones. Can't go wrong with double repair drones, right? Yeah, this is like the simplest fight ever. Now, oops, I've just got to be careful not to hit myself. I'll be generous. That was not very exciting, though. That was not exciting in the least. And he's still got a frigate around, doesn't he? He didn't even do any damage to this station. Hell, I wasn't even paying attention to the beacon, and apparently the repair drones just brought back to max life. That's how underwhelming that was. Uh-oh, did I activate... no, that was his missiles, never mind. I thought I still had autocast on. That would have been a blunder. A little bit of damage. And let's turn that off before I kill my beacon. Well, even with it turned off, I still rammed it. Mainly because... what is it? They just float in space basically once the game officially ends, I guess, so... even burning retros would not have stopped it at this point, I think. Well, that was underwhelming, so let's try for another one. We had a horrible loss, although I was getting close to the breaking point of just overwhelming him, since he was ignoring me completely. So, against Tau, there was potential for to crush everything, because of how zealous he was being. And Space Marines are still Space Marines. At least in my experience. They just fly into me, let my bombers do all the work, because to emphasize the point, the issue I'm having with Space Marine players is just how my first salvo went against 2 battle barges. He got lucky there, I think, but if he just focused more on defensive there, which he wasn't even trying, he could just kill my fighters, kill all the torpedoes, and took absolutely no damage. And that was like with everything I had that was cooldown related. I'm hoping I didn't forget the battle stations bombers as well in that salvo, cause that just stopped my damage potential cold, and that was scary. Ooh, we got ourselves chaos. Chaos is always fun. Now if only the game stops threatening to break on me, we be alright. Chaos is always fun, although there is that oddball where they've gone all in on me there with relying on close combat there, maybe slaughters in a single Nurgle ship, so that's something I'm scary about. Now, do I go with 3 sauces? A third sauce doesn't hurt, and I'm not going to use this one for Ghost Recon. I'm just going to have it in a little more different position, so I could probably spot them early without revealing myself. As I think is the plan, and the Castellan for extra firepower, cause I don't think I'm at risk of fighters so long as I'm really good about replenishing my Barracudas. So extra seeker missiles, extra long range, yeah, 9,000 unit range even, because I think the Castellan has that range, so extra firepower is welcome. It just might lag behind a tiny bit. So we will see. Although I am liking chaos matches, probably because I'm winning them. But considering we have the same play style, at least how I'm playing Tau versus what chaos is probably supposed to do, which is more long-range harassment with their lances, this feels like an equal match considering 2 different races, so I'm a little bit excited about this prospect. We'll see if that remains true at the end of this match. So, Castellan, where do I want you? Just want you over there. You're going to be Group 1 with the Castellan. Group 2, 3, 4. And let's not forget you, Sase. And this looks like an opportunity maybe for Kion. Although, only 2 of my ships can really benefit from that. And they're probably going to have to run and hide behind the protectors as soon as they get revealed. Because with all those lances, if he's going that route, will murder my sauces insanely fast. So they're probably not going to get the damage I would like. But if this turns out the long-range engagement I'm expecting, then it will be very handy, I think. Especially with 50 armor all around, so accuracy is pretty damn good for this. And of course, the one ship I have with stealth alloys, the one using the Nebula Cloud, that seems a little bit redundant. And I think we know where he's hiding. Okay, 1 cruiser. Okay, that one looks... Well, it's hard to say considering battle cruisers also have 4 fighters, but he's got siege and he's all fighters. Every single one is fighters, so massive burst potential, moral of the story. So I need to time this right, because him not seeing this ship can be pretty damn good. I can reveal him, hit him with everything I got, and then throw a second beacon on him once the shield goes down to even just 1 of his ships. The bigger the ship, the better though. Just gotta be careful because I am a little bit concentrated, am I? We'll do these in groups of 2 maybe. Actually, I want to keep these grouped together. I need to be able to focus my damage very well for when I do get the reveal. I just gotta make sure they're angled as best they can. Okay, this is a little bit awkward considering I'm backpedaling a tiny bit. But I'm gonna reveal him in a moment. I almost don't... Okay. Oops, that was... damn it. That was my... that was the repair drone is what I was trying to say. So fire everything. I'm going to keep my fighters at bay because, well, he's committing to this, so keep firing and try not to give him anything easy to hit. Okay, I was talking about how I didn't want I'm squandering this a little bit. He doesn't have very many lances, so I'm not really at huge risk here. Yep, and just let him get in close. His fighters are kind of useless so long as I can keep hitting him. Although, just gotta get those repair drones going. Mitigate a lot of that damage because it seems like the battleship does have the lances to take out this Sauce. So just murder this thing quickly. Now just murder this thing. I don't know why it's taking so long to kill it, considering it's like in point blank range with lock on, but that's not an excuse. Kill it. For some reason, this thing refuses to die with 50 armor. This thing is still alive. How the hell is it so alive? I would love to know this story. Well, that was annoying. The game crashed on me. So we're never gonna know how that battle would have turned out.